From my hood, look up to the system set us up for failure. I just want to make enough to pay dividends, then invest in black businesses. They teach us to hate what we see in the mirror, but it can't break our spirit. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, caught the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them.
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the Los Angeles Rams. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over. For the end line.
Here we go. Ric Flair. Cut.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. He'll be dropped at the 30. With a shifty move, got him a couple extra on the play. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
11. Not. 180.
On 2nd down, here's Goff. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Taking it about the 16. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Patriots take over. Now a first down throw for Newton. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Newton on third down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
The competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
14.
From the gun, here's Goff. And that is incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target. And it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. 3rd and long. It's Goff. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4.
Right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 18. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now? Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mark Barron. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. He was looking for Gronk that time.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
120. Here we go.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Goff now on second down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Patriots have it.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Following the fumble recovery, Newton. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. It's a big play there for the Patriots. 48 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a carry for White. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Demario Davis there on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
To throw on second down is Newton. Forced out to his left. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And the Rams have got it back.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, well, he had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and they're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
Obama.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. A huge play that time for the Rams. And even 50 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. From the red zone now, Goff. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Back to the air. Goff on 2nd down. Good move by Gurley. Gurley's got the 1st down and then some. And he's brought down. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Listen.
To throw on 2nd down is gone. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Back live now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. On the keeper, here's Goff. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And the Patriots get the football back. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Newton. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Oh, a quarterback sneak on 2nd down. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, I think the effort was there, but sometimes the defense is just a little bit better. No gain on the quarterback sneak, no place to go.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. After the run, Newton going to throw. In trouble, and the ball's out. And he can't get away. Newton can't escape the pressure, and it's a safety. So after a scoreless first quarter, we at least finally get some points on the board.
But it can't be what either of us expected, can it?
No, the safety's not what you expect for the first points of the game, but one of the goose eggs is gone. Fielded just inside the 20.
And that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get into that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field, you take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn it into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Brandon Cooks, past the 20. Touchdown, LA! Brandon Cooks hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Rams strike quickly here for 6 points. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
After the interception, here's Goff. steps away. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Second and 10, Goff again. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Go, Sadat! 180! Twos!
A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. Out to his left. They got a man. It's Woods. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Tell him. 76.
On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
180.
They get it to him running left. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Rams add on to their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Zerline good with a PAT. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Patriots. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those script...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Aaron Donald in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He got him a big chunk of that yardage back, but even with that effort, it'll still be 3rd and long.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
He can run for it, and he will. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They will go for it. Now Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 42. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. There he goes inside the 30. Touchdown, LA! Brandon Cooks with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or in it.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now second down.
20. Hey.
Play action. It's Newton. They'll roll him out right. And he slides to avoid the hit. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. They chalked that one up as a gain of 34 on third down. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, brings me right out of my seat.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Off play action. Newton. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Aaron Donald in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. A shotgun snap for Newton. Buying time to his left. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
14.
Following the fumble recovery. Goff. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
A shotgun snap for Goff. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 39 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Out of the gun. Gone. And the pressure gets to him again. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Gone. Dancing to his left. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for L.A. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
A final shot before the break. Newton. And his throw here's incomplete. So we come upon halftime here in Southern California with the Rams on top. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So the Patriots coming out now. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
A lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or do they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Newton. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Ndamukong Suh able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that'll bring up 4th down. They are going to go for it. It's Newton. And this is caught. It's pulled in by Gronkowski. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the 1st down conversion. On 1st down, it's Newton. In the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That'll be a gain of 16, and it'll be 3rd down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with White. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Back to throw, Newton. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Samson Ebukam in there with pressure yet again, and that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. The 40. The 30, 20, 10. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Michael Brockers in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get this.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Watch twin. 76, tell him. 76. 76. Let's go, G. Tighten up. Super.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. And it'll be intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Detroit!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose, and the Rams have got it back.
It's not often that we see big plays end in disaster, and we just absolutely saw it right there. They had something really big cooking on that one.
When you're down near the goal line like that on a big play, do you get maybe a little too careless, a little too desperate for the goal line?
I think the last part is exactly right. You get desperate for the goal line, and sometimes you get the ball out ahead, away from your body, or you're trying to extend to get there, or maybe you're just trying so hard that the ball will come out of your hands. In any event, that's a big opportunity lost.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the end zone, Goff out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. Touchdown, LA. Todd Gurley, 99 yards. And the Rams just continue to pour it on. So how about that for a backbreaker? Again, 99 yards.
And how about the audacity of the play call? When you're backed up that close to your goal line, usually you're just trying to run some type of a wedge play, a quarterback sneak, a dive, anything to try and create some room and take care of the ball. But that's confidence in your offensive line that they'll protect the guy throwing it, and he finds his guy for 99 yards. I love what they just did.
Leopard!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Flushed out right. And he'll get it up 35, right at the 34 here. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. New England on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
After the interception, here's Gone. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Kyle Van Noy in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
180! Super 1!
A play fake to Gurley. Now Gone. On the move to his left. And they got him in. It's Woods. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down. Back now in Los Angeles. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. Finding room to the 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley, 31 yards. And the Rams have got it on cruise control. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
Well, they're looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together. Say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Goes underneath here to White. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Gronkowski got it on the crossing route. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there of 22.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Aaron Donald in there to get him. And that's sack number 12 for him on the year.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
looking to throw. And a dump off to White. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. They'll set up a throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They are excited about where they are in this game.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't. And Gurley fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. The Rams on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14.
4 down.
It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
Well, they certainly got dented with that first down run, so now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
Here's Johnny Hacker now. He's been terrific so far. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. New England on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 10. They'll drop to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now back to throw. He hits White, complete. Powers ahead at the 45. And they work this well upfield across the 45. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. All right, here we go. Green 39, green 39. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. He'll look to throw. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Samson Ebukam in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
Detroit!
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, Dorsett. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27. The red zone here. They'll look to throw. Knocking it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. The throw left side complete to Hogan. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
Leopard! Hey, 4 down. Detroit! 56 is Mike. 56 is Mike. Oh, yeah.
Back to throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Michael Brockers. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Hey. What? 20.
And they'll try and burn some clock with a sneak. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage. The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column, too.
So for L.A., they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, what else is new? They fall again. That's now 10 straight losses to start the year. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills. So for Charles Davis.
Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? I'ma watch television. The system. Hoping I ain't lose religion. Text some prayers. The message sending on. No, I've been blessed. I've been seeing no shirts. Better than the broccoli dancing in my chucks. Living out of body. Say to man. Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me?